All right, so obviously you guys played Wisconsin not all that long ago. Kind of everything went your way. How does that apply to this game, if at all?
I think we did really good defensively, and I believe that's why a lot of things went our way that game. And then we played, of course, good defense translates to good offense. I just think we have to come in with that same defensive attitude because regardless if we're making shots or things like that. I feel as though if we take care of what we have to defensively and put stops in them like we did, or get stops like we did, then we'll be able to, make the offense easier. Get out in transition, get some easy buckets, and then hopefully everything else just comes along.
Right.
But you just got to stay positive, and I think we have to have a defensive mindset. Just moving forward, just with everything, not just the next game, but just all our games moving forward. Because when we take care of our defense assignments, we look a lot better.
If there's anything this year in the Big Ten kind of shows, it's like every single game can be entirely different. And I would imagine you have to go into this not really looking at that first Wisconsin game as the reality you can expect in Madison.
Mm-hmm. Right. Yeah, I mean, the Big Ten has been one for the books, I guess you can say, this year. It's always been like a tale of two teams, and I think that's been the story for a lot of teams across our conference. Really good at home and, okay on the road, but I just think, the year has kind of shaped, and, teams have picked up winning on the road because they kind of found their identity and things like that. I think our identity is, being really good defensively, which translates to our offense being a lot easier because, I think we are a really good half-court team. But we're a really good transition team too. And we have to give ourselves opportunities to score because we have many people that are capable of doing that. And I think that just starts on the defensive end, just with getting stopped so we can get out and run and things like that. But we just have to go into this game with the whole, we're on the road again.
Right.
It has to be. You have to look at it just like like it is at home. I think we out-rebounded them here. We held their main scorer in check. I just think we have to do the same exact thing. It's just we have to find some type of way to translate our home energy to away games because we take care of business at home. Have been taking care of business at home, and it's kind of hard to go in somebody else's arena and do the same thing what you did to them at home. I know, they're in the locker room saying, they're not going to have a game like last time and everything like that. We just have to be able to convert the same type of energy and be able to, complete the plays and do what we did at home on the road.
Does bringing that same type of energy mean avoiding slower and sluggish starts like you did at Ohio State?
Yeah, we have to get away from the slow start and give ourselves a chance to at least be in the game. I mean, it's kind of hard when you're down early and you're fighting back the entire game because even if you keep it, close to the second half, you have to have that surge of energy where you overcome the hump or, overcome the deficit. You can't just, sit in the same complacent spot. We start out well and give ourselves a chance, whether we're down 2 or up 4, whatever it is around that area, keeping the game close, or even if it's not in reach on our end. I just think we have to give ourselves a chance instead of playing the whole game trying to fight and exerting so much energy fighting. We have to make other teams have to fight to try to overcome their deficits instead of us always trying to overcome our deficit.
I don't know if you've had a chance to watch film yet on them yet, but do you see any? I think when you first played Wisconsin, that was their last game with Kobe King. Mm-hmm. You see anything different about them now in terms of how they're playing or what you have to prepare for?
No, I think it's the same thing. So just I think some other players have stepped up, which you expect when you lose your player or lose a player. Everybody else has to step up. You have to find ways to generate how to score, and I think that's what they're finding. People off the bench, starters contributed more, and everybody's just kind of adding some type of value to their team. That's why they have been I guess pretty good as of late. I don't remember them losing from last time I checked. I believe they won. I think, like I said, I think it's always us. No matter who we play, I just think it's our defensive mindset, our defensive intensity, and our start. If we can check those off and come out strong, then I feel like we give ourselves a chance to win.
Right. you guys are in the same position as half your league in the sense that you're kind of right on the fringe of the NCAA tournament here, according to most people's opinions. How do you find that level head where you don't make these games more than they are, in the sense that you don't look at every one of these games as the end all be all of the season?
Well, we know every game from here on out is what, quad one game, something like that.
Pretty much, yeah.
So I mean, it's just looking at it every game by game. Like, this is our last chance to make our statement, regardless of the outcome. You just got to go in there and fight. Of course, you want the outcome to be winning.
Yeah.
You want to go into the tournament on a good note. Of course, we'd like to go in the Big Ten tournament, on the win streak,
right,
and go in to the NCAA tournament. If we get selected, which I think we can, if we take care of business, on a win streak. That's the main goal, to go in on high hopes, because everybody else is, for the most part, that you're playing against. You have your automatic bids, of course, but you have the teams that win their conference, stuff like that. Everybody's coming in with some type of adrenaline of anticipation of play. I just think we have to take it game by game. We can't really look ahead. All we can do is prepare for Wisconsin today, take care of business, tomorrow and everything. And the next game is Michigan. I think that's you got to be prepared for Michigan after Wisconsin. You can't really look ahead of, well, if we win these 5, then we'll be in, or whatever it is. I mean, of course, you think about it, but our main focus has to be taking care of business game by game. I think that gives us the best chance of putting ourselves in that tournament and out off of the
right,
bubble talk, or
right,
things like that.
Gotcha.
But I just you just have to take it game by game.